Hey YouTube, I'm going to do a review on my Walther PPQ M2, so let's hop to it. Alright, this is going to be the gun when you first open it. I'm going to do a quick little overview on it, let you guys see the gun before I start yapping. Alright, so when you guys get this gun, you're going to get your lock, which I never use. I'm not worried about it. I got no kids. You're going to get a couple sheets of paper. You're going to have a registration card through Walther, your manual, a safety booklet, and a target that was shot at in the factory with your specific handgun that you buy. This is 5 shots showing you the grouping at 15 meters, and it was shot by this gentleman over here. Don't know who he is, but thank you for doing that and making sure my gun works properly. Alright, I'm going to get into the ergonomics of this gun right now. As you can see, it's got all these little serrations, stippling, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I love it. I think it adds a little bit more of an aggressive look to the gun. Plus, it just feels so natural in the hand. It feels like it's not going to go anywhere and you actually have control over the gun. It's got little grooves here for your fingers. I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but it's got grooves here and here. Your fingers just fit right into it. There are back straps with this weapon. It does come with 3 of them. This is the medium size, and you're going to have a small, which is right here, and of course a large. The large is too big for my hand, but if you do have a bigger hand, that could be a route to go, or the smaller one. Like I said, I have the medium on here. This seems to be perfect for anyone with smaller hands to larger hands. The gun just feels so right in your hand. It's almost like a glove. It just fits right in your hand. Everyone that's handled this gun tells me the same thing, that it feels unbelievably comfortable in their hand. It feels like it's a part of you. We're going to go into an overview about this weapon. This particular PPQ is chambered in a 9mm. They also make them in a 40 Smith & Wesson. Now, on the mag release for this particular one, the model M2, it's going to be your standard American push mag release. It is not ambidextrous, but it can be flopped to the other side if you are left-handed. The difference between this and the M1 is the M1 is going to have a mag release that's located right here on the trigger guard, and it's going to be your European style paddle, just pushing it down. But like I said, this is going to be, the M2 model has the push button release. Your slide lock is ambidextrous on this weapon, and the gun is not loaded, for all you YouTube safety Nancy people out there. It is ambidextrous. It's got them on both sides, so if you are left or right-handed, there is no changing that. It is nice, it's long, it's slim. I don't have to move my hand at all to release it. I'm going to get into the trigger of this gun, and this gun by far has one of the greatest trigger resets I've ever got the opportunity to shoot from coming stock from a manufacturer. It has a 1/10 of an inch reset, and I'm going to show you guys that right now. There's your reset, and it fires again. Pull the trigger, released, and fire. One of the smoothest, crispest triggers I have ever shot. As you can see, it's going to be your standard 3-dot sight, nothing too fancy about it. Debating about changing mine to night sights, we're going to talk about accessories that you can get for this gun. As you can see, it comes with a 3-slot Picatinny rail. You can add your light laser combo. This gun does come with 2 magazines when you buy it from the factory, 2 15-round magazines. You can also buy a 17-round magazine that comes from Walther, and it'll just extend it by that much, and it'll have the grip around the magazine too. Now, the only accessory I have for this is the holster made by iTactical. This is a holster designed for the Walther PPQ, and as you can see, it's not going to go anywhere if someone's trying to take this particular handgun off of me. You have to press this button to release it. The gun comes right out, and the thing that I love about this holster and that button is it puts my finger right on the trigger guard. We're going to get into the field strip of this weapon right now. You're going to have, very simple, you're going to pull down on your takedown tab. There's one here and one here. It's the same one, but you got to pull them from both sides. And when you do that, the gun is going to come out. You just push it a little forward and pull it apart. There's your gun. So here the gun is taken apart. You got your spring, just pull it out like that, and your barrel. And that's the takedown of the gun. Now to put it back together, you're going to slide your barrel in, drop it in, put the black side of the spring to this hole, and attach the spring back. Now this is going to be the simplest part. Just take the gun, line it up, and pull it all the way back. Then you do a safety check, make sure everything's functioning properly, pull the trigger, reset, okay, and that's the basic field strip of this weapon. Just to give you guys a little more info on this gun, it is chambered in 9mm, as I have said, but also comes in 40 Smith & Wesson. It has a 4-inch barrel, and it is comparable to a Glock 19 in size. This tends to be a little bit bigger than your Glock 19 in every which way, but, you know, it's still comparable in size. Between the frame and the slide, you're not going to really see through the gun at all when you know, hold it up and try to look at it. You're not going to see any of the components that are in there, which I really liked about this gun, unlike some others out there. It doesn't have any safety other than the safety on the trigger, which is kind of like your Glock 19. If you pull just on the trigger part without touching this little trigger here, the gun isn't going to go. But the second you press down on this, it'll fire. I like that. It's meant for pull out and shoot, not having to fiddle with the safety. Like I said before, I don't have any kids and I'm not worried about it, but I'm sure in the near future when I do, that might become a worry. But the gun is always locked up and always kept in a safe place. Show you guys the gun one more time before I get out of here. And when you buy this gun, it will come with another magazine and a speed loader. Don't know if I mentioned that before, but 2 15-round mags and a speed loader. There is one more thing I forgot to mention about this gun. When it is loaded, there is an indicator to show that there is a bullet in the chamber, and it'll be right there. You'll see a little red dot. It just gets pushed out, and there you go. You'll see that little red dot indicating there is one in the chamber. I'm going to go over the gun one more time for you guys. If you have any comments, questions, just leave them in the comment section below. Alright, thank you for watching my video, and like I said before, leave any comments, questions, or whatever you guys have to say. Thank you. Fuck your thank you. Bitch.